running for Attorney General because Ohio is in crisis. Our economy is in shambles. As I travel across Ohio and talk to people all over this state, I hear the same thing over and over and over again. We need jobs, and our families need to be safe. My friends, our streets in our major cities today, there are streets in our major cities where you're simply afraid to walk. Well, right now, you would not walk and be safe in the middle of the day. You pick up the Dayton Daily News, you read about 11 and 12-year-olds joining gangs, and we read of another innocent victim shot in a crossfire from bullets, caught between gangs, warring over drug territory. And the problem, as you know, isn't just isolated. Today, we're seeing gang problems throughout the state of Ohio. Illegal aliens from the south or north are bringing drugs, and we see now crack, heroin into our communities. The gangs, in turn, sell those drugs and affect our kids. The Attorney General must take the lead in fighting back. I will lead, and I will fight back. My entire career really has prepared me for this moment, prepared me for this task, prepared me for this job, prepared me for this opportunity. It was as Greene County prosecutor that I first truly understood the pain and anguish of victims of crime. I remember bringing great victims out here at 8 o'clock at night before a trial, right up here in this courtroom, and putting them on the witness stand, and getting them acclimated in the courtroom, trying to take some of the fear, the apprehension that they had about testifying. It was as prosecutor that I worked with the good agents who worked with the Attorney General at the Bureau of Criminal Identification and Investigation, BCI and I. They helped us gather crucial evidence in crime scenes. They analyzed it, and they came into this courtroom to testify. Later, as a state senator, it was here in Xenia that I met with the grandfather of Justin Deason, a little 7-year-old boy, a little boy who was killed getting off the school bus when he was hit by a driver who had been drinking. A driver who had a previous DUI. Because of that meeting with this anguished grandfather, I read Ohio's first truly tough drunk driving law in the state Senate. It was the frustration that I felt as a prosecutor when I saw felons getting off on light sentences that led me as state senator to write a law that says if a criminal uses a gun to commit a crime, he's going to spend a lot more time in jail. And that is the law, and I wrote it. If I'm elected Attorney General, I'm going to work to keep guns out of the hands of criminals, not law-abiding citizens. As prosecutor, I saw how rough it was for children who were victims of crime to come into a courtroom and to testify. So, as a United States Congressman in Washington, I smoothed the way with legislation to make it easier and less traumatic for these kids who are testifying. And also in Congress, I helped change the sentencing laws so criminals actually served the time they were given. Something that at the time, at least, was a novel idea. For 12 years, on the United States Senate Judiciary Committee, I continued to work with my prosecutor and law enforcement friends who made sure I understood the importance of good databases for DNA, for ballistics, and fingerprints so that we could catch and convict criminals. I directed millions of dollars, specified that they would come back to BCI here in Ohio. We used the BCI to improve these efforts and to catch more criminals. We did it, and it worked. My friends, the bottom line is this. I know what must be done, and I will take the lead to get it done. As you walked up the steps coming into the courtroom today, you passed by a portrait of a man by the name of John Little. Judge Campbell tells me helped plan and build it, this courthouse. He He was the Greene County prosecutor 100 years or so before I was. In addition to serving as Greene County prosecutor, he also served in the state legislature. And he served in Congress. He also served as Ohio's Attorney General. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to compare myself to John Riddle. After all, he only had 2 children. But John Riddle is remembered. He's remembered for what the historians call, quote, his strict honesty. And as someone once said, and I quote, he was the soul of honor, end of quote. And so, like John Riddle, I will bring that same honor to the Attorney General's office. Though integrity is of the utmost importance in all public offices, there is an even higher standard for the Attorney General of the state of Ohio. The Attorney General's job is unique, and really not unlike the job of county prosecutor, whose job isn't just to seek convictions, but to seek justice, to seek the truth. The Attorney General of Ohio must be above reproach. The Attorney General of Ohio must not allow any appearance of impropriety in his office. And yes, the Attorney General of Ohio must be above politics. When we run by necessity as partisans, we must govern impartially. Justice is not Republican. Justice is not Democrat. Justice simply must transcend partisan politics.